On the morning of June 14th, 2026, 3 days into the largest and most commercially aggressive World Cup in the history of the competition, a document started circulating among senior football administrators in Europe. Not a press release, not a statement, a private audit, commissioned not by FIFA, not by any government, by a coalition of supporter organizations across 11 countries who had spent 18 months trying to answer one question: where does the money actually go? What that document contained is the reason you are watching this video. And what FIFA did the moment it found out the document existed says more about this organization than anything they have put in an official statement. Everything. Let us start at the beginning. Because this story does not start in 2026. It starts in 2010. That was the year FIFA awarded the 2026 World Cup to a joint bid from the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The bid promised the largest tournament in history: 48 teams, 104 matches, stadiums across 3 countries, a prize fund of over $1 billion, the most inclusive, most accessible, most transparent World Cup ever staged. Those were the words: inclusive, accessible, transparent. Write them down, because we are going to come back to them. By June 2026, here is what the tournament actually looked like. Ticket prices for the opening match averaged $3,400 on the secondary market. The cheapest Category 1 ticket for a knockout round match was listed at $1,100. FIFA announced 500 million ticket requests for 4.2 million available seats, which sounds extraordinary until you understand what the ballot system actually requires: a credit card, a FIFA account, a verified address, and a processing fee before a single ticket is allocated. That 500 million figure includes every incomplete application, every duplicate entry, every request that failed verification. The number of people who could physically complete the process and afford what was on offer is a fraction of that. FIFA knows this, the document knows this, and FIFA has said nothing. That is brick number 1. Brick number 2. Supporters from roughly 40 countries were unable to attend matches their national teams were playing in. Not because they didn't want to go, not because they could not afford the tickets, because the visa and travel authorization process attached to this World Cup filtered them out before they reached the border. Iran's entire supporter ticket allocation was revoked days before their first match. 14 Iranian officials were denied visas. An Iraqi striker was held for 7 hours at a U.S. airport while his phone was inspected. A team photographer was put on a plane home. The World Cup referee, FIFA itself, had selected a man carrying a diplomatic passport, a valid visa, and 11 years of officiating experience, spent 11 hours being questioned at Miami airport, and was sent back to Istanbul without officiating a single match. And when FIFA's president was asked directly what the governing body had done about it, he told the people asking to chill and relax. Chill and relax. That is brick number 3. Now here is where the document comes in. Because what the supporter coalition found when they ran FIFA's published financial disclosures against the actual operational costs of this tournament is a gap. Not a rounding error, not an accounting technicality, a structural gap between the revenue FIFA collects and the revenue that flows back into football. FIFA projected $11 billion from the 2026 World Cup. Broadcasting rights, sponsorship, ticketing, licensing, hospitality, $11 billion. The prize money going to the 48 competing nations totals $1 billion. Which sounds significant until you know that the average cost for a national federation to prepare, travel, and compete at a tournament of this size runs between $60 and $90 million. What do you think? After everything this week, the empty seats, the turned away officials, the VAR line that never came, the document now sitting with every major football institution in Europe, does this feel like an organization in control of its tournament? Or does it feel like the start of something that does not end well for the people running it? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. A like helps more than you think. Subscribe if you want World Cup coverage that keeps count of everything.